Okay, good. Hi guys, I'm just testing the audio here. If all you guys can hear me, okay? You can just confirm.
Yes, yeah, Bernard, we can hear you.
Good,
Can hear you.
perfect.
All good.
Good. You can see my screen as well.
Yep.
Yes.
Good. Perfect. All right, we're just waiting. We've got 14 people in the meeting so far. We're expecting, I think it was, how many registered, Sharon? Over 80?
Yeah, over 80, yeah.
Okay. It's quite a lot.
Yeah. Nice.
It's good news. Have we got, I don't see the call screen. Sharon, you can just manage the call in the background if you've got Hamza and Chris.
Yeah. Hamza is
Hopefully they're here.
going first. Let me just check.
Yeah, they're on the call. That's what I'm checking.
Oh, they're good. Okay.
Oh, no, I'm just checking with you. No. Are they on?
I'm trying to see. Hamza, are you on the call? Maybe not yet.
Hamza, Chris, we let you guys unmute. Everyone can unmute. Everyone can chat.
Hi, Bernard.
We're
Christopher
not
here.
restricted. Yeah, Chris, how you doing?
Good yourself.
Good, thank you. Yeah, we're just waiting. We've got 20 people in the call. We had over 80 people registering, so we're going to give it a couple of minutes. We've got 3 minutes to go, so we'll see how we go. I think once we hit, we were sitting on 21. So we should be good to go in 2 or 3 minutes. Who's presenting first?
Velixo.
Okay. Hamza, are you here? You with us? Nope.
Can't see it.
Maybe Chris is presenting first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, either or makes no difference.
On my screen, can you see the Teams little block on the right side, or it doesn't block the screen, huh? You don't see a little rectangle on the screen.
What do you mean?
No, Bernard.
Teams.
Yeah,
Teams
Teams.
controller. So I
No,
always think, is it blocking things on the screen for
Yeah.
other people? But it's
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
good. Thank you.
You'll see it on your screen, but not
Yeah.
on presenting.
Yeah, sometimes when people present to me, I see a little rectangle, black block, and I think maybe that's the Teams thing. Maybe it's something else. Okay. Cool. It's your note taker, Sharon.
Yeah, I'm surprised there aren't a whole bunch of them.
Yeah. These AI note takers. And we are being recorded, so we can distribute this later. We've got 33 people and we've got a minute to go, so I think we'll get started. Hamza is here or not here?
Where's Hamza?
So Chris, you may well be going first.
I'm always ready, Bernard.
Yeah, you're always ready. So we'll kick off shortly. It's 2 o'clock, so I want to kick it off. We've got 40 people and rising, so let's just we'll give it 30 seconds. Join. Good afternoon, everyone who's joining.
There's another note taker.
Another note taker. So we've got 44 people. I don't know how many AIs we've got. We'll be talking about some AI today. So I think it's just, it's here to stay. We get used to it. There's another AI. We've got 46 people and 3 AIs sitting on 50 people. So when we hit 50, I'll start. 49.
Yeah, didn't have much time, yeah.
49. Go. All right. Okay, good. Well, anyway, welcome everyone to this series. It's the first of our series of Acumatica webinars. They're called Look and Learn. So we took that name from this concept of lunch and learn, except I know in Africa and South Africa, we don't have time for lunch and learn. So we do Look and Learn, which is a webinar. And today we're going to be talking about which I think is cool. On recording and so there's also quite a crossover that coming in terms of what's happening with BI and AI, and we'll be hopefully looking at some of that today as well. So I'm not going to take too much time. I'm going to hand over shortly to is Hamza with us or not?
Hamza, are you with
Yeah.
us? Otherwise, we're going to have to let Nectari go
it's
first.
gonna be-
Okay. Yeah, I think we just go ahead with Nectari first.
Sorry, by the way, we've got 68 people in the meeting this week. I've just unshared. You should be able to share your screen.
Thank you very much, Bernard. Just for your information, I'm having sound difficulty on my hand. It seems like there's a lot of interruption on the call. I'm not sure if that's the case for every attendee. Just wanted to bring that up as well.
It's because I've left everyone on mute, unmuted. So if anyone would please just mute yourself, that'll help. There could be some feedback coming through. So if everyone can just mute themselves, that'll be great. Otherwise, I can force mute, but
Thank you very much, Bernard, for the introduction. Very much appreciated. Hi, everyone. My name is Christopher Nguyen. I am a business development manager for Nectari Software, and I am delighted to be here today. We're going to go through a couple slides to begin with, just to give you an overview of our position in the market, who we are, what we do, and then we're going to jump straight into a product demonstration with a Q&A session at the end as well. So who are we? We actually started back in 1992, so it's been quite a while that we've been in this game. We started as an ERP reseller in beautiful Montreal, Canada, where I'm currently located. And after about 10 years in the ERP industry, Nectari Business Intelligence was developed and launched in 2002 in response to customers' demand for a superior BI solution. So if you flash forward up to today, we now have over 3,500 customers across multiple product lines in over 80 countries. We are doing business with 300 plus amazing partners and are fully integrated with 15 products as we speak. Our mission is very simple. It's to empower users to get the answers that their business needs. So what is Nectari? Nectari is a fully integrated business intelligence and data management solution. So we do both. We're one of the very few that actually specializes in both. And our goal is to provide you with a standard way of accessing, visualizing, analyzing, and reporting on information in your enterprise all in one place. So this is the cycle of life or the flow of data of a typical Nectari customer. So we start off by managing your data. We have our own tool. It's called a data sync, and we use it to centralize any data sources that you'd like to report on. Of course, Acumatica included, but it could be anything else sitting outside of Acumatica as well. We're talking about multiple data sources, regardless of their cloud or on-prem. We specializes in consolidation and migration services as well. And by managing your data, you will gain visibility and insight. We're talking about near real-time data at all time, and our main differentiator is definitely the out-of-the-box offering. We're talking about over 250 standard reports, dashboard, workbooks, right from day one. And by gaining visibility inside, you empower all of your users. Extremely intuitive interface. It won't require you 50, 60, 100 hours worth of training, especially with AI, which we're going to definitely touch on today. Flexibility and availability, we're available everywhere. We're talking about Excel, mobile, smartphone, tablet, web application, you name it, we're probably there. And of course, over 115 different type of visualization, which makes us very, very efficient at dashboarding as well. And what with all of this truly be worth if you couldn't collaborate securely? We have an extremely powerful automated distribution scheduler. It will let you automatically distribute anything that you create within the application based on conditional alert, reporting packs, so on and so forth. So why Nectari for Acumatica? First of all, ease of use. To be fully transparent with you, every single one of your users will be your power users. We're talking about self-serve reporting, and that's the biggest advantage of having all these data models pre-built right from day one at implementation. Pre-built visualization, we call it template. It's definitely our number one differentiator as a product. Ready-to-use report for every single module of Acumatica. Secure collaboration, multiple ways that you can collaborate and share your reports with the right people. We are going to touch that in a few seconds. The Nectari workbooks. So this is part of the diversity of the software. We offer self-serve reporting, dashboarding, financial reporting in workbooks, which is basically the evolution of Excel, and we're fully compatible with Excel as well. And embedded in Acumatica as well. All your data and reporting in one place. So we're going to dive right into the product demonstration. So this is Nectari for Acumatica. I guess I'm going to start off by the main two differentiators that we have as a product. The first one being the out-of-the-box offering. So with most product on the market right now, you will start from scratch. So that means you'll need to build your own data sets. You'll need to build your own reports from the ground up. It could be extremely time consuming. With Nectari for Acumatica, you get absolutely everything from day one. We cover every single module from Acumatica. We're talking about finance, sales, project, AP, AR, fixed asset, purchases, inventory, marketing, services, time and expense. The list goes on and on. Every single module is covered right from implementation. It comes standard with over 250 reports, dashboards, financial reporting, workbooks, all the above. So the ROI, or the return on investment on this product, is probably one of the best on the market right now. The second differentiator that we have is that, yes, we're an advanced analytics BI solution, but we also specializes in data management as well. So this is the data sync. It's our own tool, and we use it to connect to pretty much anything that you'd like to report on, sitting outside of Acumatica as well. So we're talking about any third-party application that's SQL Server based, any CRM like Salesforce, any budgeting or forecasting tools, anything Microsoft, Google, OData, ODBC, Azure. We even have a custom APIs, and to be fully transparent, I haven't came across a lot of data sources that we couldn't connect to yet. Centralize it, and the end goal, basically, the final output is that you'll have a 360 view of everything that's going on in your enterprise, every single bit and pieces of data and software system that you have in your enterprise, all under one roof, which will be Nectari. All right, deep diving into the actual product demonstration. We're going to start off with what I like to call the self-serve reporting. So group pivot columns will always occupy the first section. Your actual report will be in the middle section. In this case, it's a worksheet, but we have over 115 available within the software. Bottom section will showcase the filters. At a glance, you can see what you're currently filtering on. It's a drill down situation, so the order of your group will definitely impact two things. The order of your drill down. So as you can see right now, I have fiscal year, then I'm going to have my branches, my ledger code, so on and so forth, all the way to the last level of detail, which I'm going to get my individual entries for every single journal entries in my system. It also impact another thing, and it's the look and feel of your drill down options. So what do we mean by that? This is the biggest advantage of having all those data models pre-built. You gain access to pretty much anything and everything that you'd like to report on, and you can easily tweak and transform a report in a matter of a couple seconds. I'll show you how it works. You access your dimension and measures, and you have access to absolutely anything. So let's pretend I'm a first-time user. I have a pre-built report. I'd like to get something else. No problem. Everything is already available. Do I want this report by product? No problem. Do I want it by project, not a problem. Do I want it by account code, location, branch, company? Everything is already pre-built and ready to use, and that's why we call it self-serve reporting. You can get the desired result in a matter of a couple seconds, and that speaks to the flexibility of the actual software. In terms of filtering options, you're going to have plenty of filtering options available. The most intuitive one is probably to just click on anything in filters. It creates a filtering panel. You also have prompts or selection guides that can help you make your selection. Very easy to use. You have selection pages if you want to filter on 5, 10, 20, 50 different parameters at the same time. You can even use different operators as well. It doesn't have to be equal. It could be smaller, bigger, or equal, contain, start with, between, in, not in. The list goes on and on. And of course, it comes standard with prompts as well or selection guide to help you make your selection. In terms of collaboration features, you're going to be absolutely loaded. You can export your reports in your desired format, PDF, Excel, CSV, XML. If you do choose the Excel way, important to note, since we're fully compatible with Excel, with the Excel add-in, which you'll get the best functionality that Nectari has to offer, but within Excel, you're still going to keep all of your formatting as well. So that means you're going to keep your group, your columns, your drill down options. You're going to keep your colors, your titles, your formats, so on and so forth. And that's the biggest advantage of being fully compatible with Excel as well. We also have the email option. You can send your reports via email. You choose your format, recipient, hit the send button, and you're done. Or if we're talking about on the more robust side, we have a full-on distribution module. Extremely powerful tool. It lets you do one of two actions. You can export all of your reports and distribute them via email, or export any reports and save them on any external location. It can be an internal drive, it could be a cloud drive, it could be anywhere. So what can we distribute within Nectari? The answer is absolutely anything that you can create within the application. It ranges from worksheet, graph, charts, dashboards, workbook, Excel files. It could be absolutely anything. If you do choose to bundle more than one reports, we have a professional consolidation report option. It includes a cover page with your company logos, dynamic variables such as the date of the distribution or your month end, for example. Table of content as well. Page 1 is your trial balance. Page 2 is your sales dashboard. Very important to note, it doesn't require a Nectari license to be on the receiving end of a distribution pack. So that means that you can safely distribute all of your reports to your business partners, your suppliers, your customers, your neighbors, absolutely anybody. More interestingly, your automated distribution can be triggered by a certain condition. So that's what makes it very, very automated, should I say. A good example for that would be, I don't know, automatically distribute my AR dashboard if my aging goes over 60 days. So that'd be a good example of an event or a trigger that would launch my distribution automatically as well. And from there, you can enter the email content and you can schedule it. And by schedule it, I mean you can really schedule it. Do I want to send this on a daily basis at 9? From 9 to 5, every 28 minutes, every 3 days. On a weekly basis, every 3 weeks, but just on Tuesdays and Thursdays. On a monthly basis, but you can cherry pick some month. You can cherry pick some days. I'm going to say the first and last day of the month, or the first and let's say the last Friday of the month. So in terms of a distribution option, you're going to be absolutely loaded. You can be very specific as to what you distribute, to who, when, and how. Going back into the actual report now, everything within the software is actually interconnected and also externally connected. So what do we mean by that? So you can, let's say I'm seeing a branch code right here. Something caught my eyes. I'd like to jump into any other types of report. No problem. You can simply click on the branch that you're interested in. Use the link to functionality. The link to will give you every single report that shares that same parameters within your system. In this specific case, we're talking about a branch code, more specifically about prod retail, but it could be anything else. It could be a journal entry, it could be an account group, a product, a customer, a supplier, it could be anything. So I'm going to jump from a journal entries report, so a financial report, into, I don't know, let's say a sales report in one click, pre-filtered on a specific branch. And I'm going to go one step further here. Let me just add a field or two so that we have a better result. Let me get my fiscal period real quick. Simple drag and drop. Perfect. So right now we're seeing another worksheet. It doesn't have to be a worksheet, and that's the beauty and diversity of Nectari software. All it takes is one click, 1 second to completely transform this worksheet report into pretty much anything else. I'm going to click on the view type option right here, and I can transform this worksheet into any bar charts, all the light charts that exist, any pie charts, heat maps, Google Maps, country maps, word cloud, KPIs, gauges. You get the gist of it. Over 115 different type of reporting, and it really takes one click, 1 second to get the expected result. The best part about this is you're still going to keep your group and columns functionalities. You're still going to keep your drill down functionalities, all the above basically, which makes us very, very efficient at dashboarding as well. We're not going to cover this today, but everything within the software is customizable as well. So you can easily tweak your legends, your titles, your colors, themes, fonts, so on and so forth. Everything is customizable within the software. And so that's the internally connected part. We're also fully externally connected. So what do we mean by that? I'll open a financial report. So let's say a trial balance here. Let me pull on a date where I know I have data. Perfect. So throughout the reports and the templates, you're going to have what we call drill downs options. So with the drill down options, let me expand everything really quickly. You will gain access to drill through or drill back up into Acumatica directly. So right now I'm clicking on a specific GL, a specific transaction. And as you can see here, it's bringing me right back into Acumatica on that specific GL, specific ledger, specific transaction, specific pretty much anything that you like. So we're fully compatible and embedded within Acumatica as well. Anything that you're going to see today or everything that we've done up to this point, you can also do directly from Acumatica directly. You're going to get a new tab and you'll get access to either the full application. So that means anything we've done up to this point, you can definitely do directly within Acumatica. Or you can also embed specific pages. For example, I've embedded a page here with some financials and cells, KPIs, graphs, dashboard, which are all standard, by the way, out of the box available within Nectari. Talking about dashboarding now, with Nectari, you're going to get access to tons of dashboards as well. Those dashboards give you access to advanced analytics that you won't necessarily find in your ERP systems as well. So for finance, for example, here I have a CFO dashboard. I'm talking about your profitability, your liquidity, your leverage, your ratios, your margins, so on and so forth, readily available from day one. So the dashboards are driven by filtering panel, extremely easy for me to filter in and out on absolutely anything. Very easy for me as well to add on these filtering panels. For example, I'd like to filter on company. No problem. I'll click on company here, and there you go. You now have a filter on company. You can even go one step further. You can decide what does it actually look like, your filtering panel. Is it a prompt? Is it a free text, a calendar, a slider? Which views to apply to the filter, so you can cherry pick what it filters in the actual dashboard. But the best part about dashboarding, except the fact that they look absolutely good, they're stunning, is the fact that once you're in edit mode, everything is drag and drop. So it's extremely easy to either create a new dashboard or modifying one from scratch as well. As you can see here, I can easily decide which view, which report occupies which space within my dashboard. And from there, it's just a matter of going back to my command center, dragging and dropping any reports, any graph, any chart within your dashboard. And there you go. You're now building or creating a dashboard from scratch. So extremely easy to do that as well. And dashboards are actually a great place for consolidation as well, since you can pull different charts, different graphs, different reports from any modules, not only any modules from Acumatica, but also any data sources within your system. So this can come from Acumatica, this from your CRM, this from an Excel file. So you can definitely mix and match any data sources and report types. So we've seen the self-serve reporting, we've seen the embedded part in Acumatica, we've seen the dashboard. We also have what is a fan favorite here in Nectari software called the workbooks. So the workbooks is basically a centralization of an Excel-like reporting space, but within the web application. Yes, we're fully compatible within Excel as well, but this is kind of the evolution of the Excel add-in. We've decided to centralize an Excel-like reporting space in the web application. It comes standard with a full financial reporting bundle that includes a 2 trial balance, about 8 or 9 different P&Ls, 3 balance sheet, 2 cash flows. And I'll open one of these reports to show you what it looks like. So these blank canvas offer you the best that Excel has to offer, and you combine this with all the most powerful functionalities from Nectari software as well. So if you're familiar with Excel, and I'm sure that you are, because who isn't nowadays, right? You're going to feel right at home. Those are the same logos, the same icons, the same layout. More importantly, those are the same formulas that are in Excel. So if you have Excel expertise, they're not going to waste. You can definitely recycle all those skills here directly at the web workbook functionalities. On top of that, we're throwing all the best functionality that Nectari has to offer as well. So we're talking about you can easily extract any data from any system. You can create formulas on top of that. You have drill down options. You have a duplicator as well to duplicate your reports based on certain parameters. And of course, the report are extremely well made as well. You can definitely drill down on absolutely anything. You can even decide what your drill down looks like. So if you wanted more than what you see on the screen right now, and of course it comes standard with drill back options into Acumatica, you definitely have the drill down wizard available where you're going to be able to add anything that you might want to add. So for example, I'd like to get my branch as well, my company. I'll add a few measures for the sake of it. So give me my debit and credit. I'll update and drill down. And this is my new drill down now. I can reuse this in any report and save it as a profile as well. You can have multiple profiles. Extremely easy to use as well. And yeah, overall, this is like the perfect blank canvas for consolidation purposes as well. Why? Because every single cell in this environment can be treated as an individual. So any single cell can extract from different module, from different software, from different data sources, so on and so forth, which makes this option extremely powerful. So this is the current state of Nectari software. And what I'm about to show you is the future, not only of Nectari software, but also, I would say, of business intelligence in general. What I'm about to show you is about to be released very, very soon. The future is right around the corner. We're talking about a January release. We've been using it internally for 8 months now, so it's been in validation for quite a while. And this will revolutionize the way that we do reporting. I'm talking about those 2 letters that we keep hearing absolutely everywhere nowadays, AI, artificial intelligence. So this is the Nectari Copilot. It's not only a chatbot, it's a financial analyst, it's a business analyst, it's a clerk, it's an accountant, it's whatever you want it to be, working side by side with every single one of your users on a daily basis. It will be able to create report from scratch. It will be able to adjust and modify reports and dashboard on the fly. It will be able to do predictive reporting, give you deep insight on everything that's going on in your enterprise, highlight trends. All in all, it's a game changer. So I'll give you an example here. What do we have? We have a CFO dashboard. So I'll tell it, I have a meeting with my CFO tomorrow. Can you give me insights on this dashboard and make me look smart? Because who doesn't want to look smart, right? So the first thing you need to know about the AI, it is not public. It is fully private. It's not like a ChatGPT or a Gemini where everything is out there. Nobody will ever have access to any inquiries, tasks, input that you put in there beside yourself. Everything is secured behind Azure, so you can sleep safe and sound. Everything is fully secured as well. In a matter of seconds, it will be able to break down anything and everything that's going on, not only in this dashboard, because yes, it does have access to every single piece and bits of data. It also has access to my full data warehouse, my full database. So you can have a full overview in a matter of a couple of seconds, which will make your user base extremely more productive than they currently are. And as you can see here, meeting with my CFO tomorrow, give me the insights. Full breakdown of my revenues, my profit, my ratios, my liquidities, my balance sheet strength, efficiency, return, and of course, it remembers I have a meeting tomorrow, so key takeaways for my CFO tomorrow as well. We've trained 4 different AIs and merged them to achieve this result. So depending on the task or request that you ask the Copilot, it will redirect to his better equipped counterparts to either A, answer the questions, or B, accomplish the task. We even train an AI specifically to answer a why question, which is very interesting. I don't know, for example, I see a dip here in net income margin. So I can ask it, why do I have a dip in net income margin percentage in 2023-03? So it will be able to not only have access to everything that it sees on the dashboard, everything historical that happened with your company. It will be able to compare it with the market in general in 2020, in March 2020. I'm sorry about that, to see exactly what happened here. And there you go. What drove the dip in net income margin? To give you the reason, the story behind the numbers. And of course, remember, I have a meeting tomorrow with my CFO. So there we go. So this is in terms of giving you insight and making you more productive. But not only that, it can actually create reports for you now or modify reports on the fly. I'll open a report at random here. So I don't know, a sales report. Perfect. So let's put an MU once again. I just
Sorry,
purchased the software.
sorry, Christopher, just a reminder about the Q&A. We need to kind of start getting there now. The next one needs to start.
Yes, of course.
Just wrap up.
We can
Yeah,
definitely do that.
thanks. Okay.
Perfect. So do we have any questions?
Bernard, do you want to unmute or can each?
I think people can just unmute yourself.
Okay,
Somebody in the audience, you should be able to ask a question. Otherwise, I'll have to click unmute. Just if anyone can just unmute themselves and just test that, you should be able to unmute yourself.
Someone's hands up. Yeah.
It's Lyndon here.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, got you.
Hi, can you hear me?
Can hear you.
Sure. Yeah, this is interesting, and it's quite it's quite an intelligent BI. My question is around pricing. What's the cost related with the integrations in case you already have them? The Acumatica as a standalone system, but this is an add-on. What are the costs related?
That's a very good question. So we are a subscription-based application as well. Our pricing can be shared. I'll put it maybe in the chat, or I'll send it to Sharon and Bernard so it can come back to you. But we're priced in tiers, a bit like Acumatica as well. We reflect those tiers. So we have the essential offering, which sits around 50,000 rand. We have the enterprise and professional as well. So it's a per user basis, and you can definitely add on as well. But I would say that the main offering, the base offering, is around 50K rands.
Okay, so you're saying it's per user basis.
It's annual subscription, and you can it's add-ons as well. So you can definitely add, for example, more users, you can add viewer users, you can add a distribution module, so on and so forth. So you can kind of cherry pick what's to be included there. But the base offering nowadays include distribution, AI components, one full user, one viewer user. So all in all, I would say that about 80% of the customers will be around the essential offering. If you require more, then a la carte options are also available.
Okay, no, that's it.
But the full prices can definitely be shared. I'll put it in chat after the webinar.
Okay, sure. Then last but not least, I've been running on the internet just to quickly check if you also integrate with other systems apart from Acumatica. I know this meeting is exclusively for Acumatica, but I'm consulting for. I work with two organizations, one with Acumatica, the other one with SAP. Just for interest's sake, does it also work with SAP?
It works with a lot of different systems. Our main focus right now and efforts are focused around Acumatica, but yes, we're compatible with other systems as well.
Okay, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Sure.
Okay, cool, guys. We need to start the next demo. Thanks, Christopher.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, just leave your details in the chat, and if anyone wants to get hold of you, they can just pop you an email, and if they've got any more questions.
Most definitely. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Benar. Super
Thanks.
appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Very good. Thanks, Christopher.
Hamza, are you there?
Hey Sharon, how are you today?
Good, thanks.
Hello everyone.
Uh,
So excited to join
Hello, Hamza.
everybody today.
Over to you. Good. And over
All
to you.
right.
You can speak. Yeah, when you're ready. Good.
Starts picking up. Seconds, and we should be good to go. I can see we're joined by some familiar names today, which makes this even more special. So yeah, in today's presentation, I'm going to start with a quick introduction to Velixo, giving you a quick background about the company, how it came to life. I'm going to expose the problem that we are addressing, how do we address that problem, and right after that, it is going to be followed by a live presentation of the tool. Not really a demo, just a quick presentation walking you through the main features of the tool, and we can have a quick Q&A session following that. So what is Velixo? Velixo is essentially just an Excel add-in, okay, that serves as a live and bidirectional connector between Excel and Acumatica. So in other words, it will empower you to effortlessly export all the data that lives in Acumatica to Excel in live, and this is an important piece. Can I perform your magic on it? Once it's done, you can seamlessly push that data back to Acumatica. For the little story, we were founded in 2017 by Gabriel Michaud, who was an ex-Acumatica leader, and saw the opportunity to build this software as an Excel add-in because he witnessed that so many users kept going back to Excel for their reporting needs. Okay, so fast forward a couple of years, we were awarded Acumatica Top Application and G2 users most likely to recommend. We now operate in all time zones thanks to a distributed team, as you can see here on the map, and we work with a little over 220 VARs currently. Last year only, we were able to onboard a little bit more over than 700 new customers from the Acumatica ecosystem alone. So what is the problem that we expose essentially? Well, we address the problem with manual spreadsheets. And the problem with manual spreadsheets resolves a few issues. Okay, first thing first, it's a completely disconnected experience. And for this reason, data becomes obsolete the second you export it to Excel. Cannot be trusted anymore. It also becomes extremely repetitive and time-consuming to produce those reports, as you're going to have to go through that incredibly error-prone data cleaning process every single time. And data governance issues can happen as it gets challenging to manage document access and security for your whole team. And on top of that, any changes made to that data in Excel would only be transferable to Acumatica if you're manually entering it, which is highly inefficient. So how do we keep you around Excel? Because everybody loves Excel. Everybody knows how to use Excel. So how do we work around essentially this problem with manual spreadsheets? Introducing to you guys the Velixo add-in. So our add-in can be installed and configured to connect to Acumatica within minutes. I'll walk you through the installation process in a few seconds. It offers real-time capabilities, reporting capabilities with a full exploration in Excel, Acumatica, and on top of that, it comes with samples to get you started. I'll present to you a set of templates that you guys can use as a plug and play. It allows you to write data back to Acumatica for scenarios like budgeting, forecasting. You can write back to the general ledger. You can write back to the projects module and also any other module that is inside of your Acumatica instance. And it's fully self-service. It won't require much training to master it, thanks to its Excel-like functions. Okay, so you guys don't have to learn a new tool or kind of learn to navigate through new pages or anything. That we actually have a very nice quote on our website. Find it pretty accurate. That says, "If you know how to Excel, you know how to Velixo." And on top of that, it lets you connect to Velixo using your Acumatica credentials, meaning we're going to be mirroring the exact same level of permissions and security that is set up in your Acumatica Active Directory, so you don't have to worry about data governance. And lastly, it's Excel, so users benefit from the entire Microsoft 365 ecosystem for a better collaboration and automation overall. Now, with that being said, I'll quickly stop screen sharing here, and we can take it to Excel. Alrighty. All right, everybody can see my Excel. Thumbs up should be good. Perfect. So, all right. First thing I'll show you is how to get Velixo going. I always like to start off a blank spreadsheet because I always like to emphasize on the fact that we are on Excel. Okay. So to get the Velixo add-in going, you can simply use the little add-in section right here from your Excel homepage. Click on it, use the search bar to look for Velixo, and once you found it, you can simply click on add, and that should do the trick. So again, the installation process is swift and easy, and it looks like adding any other Chrome extension to your browser. I'm thinking about a pop-up, which is probably the most common one. Okay. Now, once you've gone through the process, you'll notice this Velixo icon here on your home screen, as well as this Velixo tab right here on the ribbon. Now, if I click on the tab, you'll notice we've added multiple features to Excel, with one of them being the ability to drill down, for example. Pretty solid feature for scenarios where you're going to require to do some reconciliation, for example. And if I click on the little FX right here to insert a function, and if I use the drop down towards the end, you'll notice we've added a whole new section called Velixo, and this is where all the Velixo formulas live. Formulas are kind of broken down by topic. So you're going to have your financial formulas, which you're going to use essentially to go ahead and query your finance module in Acumatica to be able to build any type of financial statements. You're going to have your project module functions that you're going to go ahead and use to query your project module to be able to build any type of project management reports. I'm thinking WIPs, cost to completes, GTDs, anything related to project management. You're going to have generic inquiry formulas, again, which you're going to use to query any other module that is inside of your Acumatica instance. Now, before you're going to be able to actually start building any type of reports on Excel using the Velixo connector, okay? I'm thinking, for example, P&L, same as I have open in this template right here, or even a trailing one. You're going to have first thing first to go through that connection process. So to connect Excel and Acumatica, you're going to have to use the connection manager on the top left corner right here. Click on it, and it opens the connection manager pane on your right. I'm already connected, but I'll walk you through the process. So first thing first, it is going to prompt you to pick a name for your connection. Always try to keep this one short, as you're going to have to reference it in the Velixo formulas. Okay. Next, you're going to specify your URL and your tenant, which you can directly fetch from your Acumatica login page. URL right here and tenant right here. So in my demo instance, I do have a multi-tenant setup. I'll start by connecting the first one, company. Okay, so I'll reference my URL, reference my tenant, and as I mentioned earlier, in here, you would input the exact same credentials you would use to log into Acumatica right here. And connect. Now, from here, I'm connected, so I'm able to start computing the Velixo formulas to fetch data directly from my Acumatica instance inline. So the Velixo formulas will allow you essentially to build financial statements, again, thinking P&Ls, and if I click on any random cell right here, you will notice that we are using Velixo formulas. So for example, right here, we're computing the account turnover. On the cash flow statement, we'll be using, again, the account turnover formula, and so on and so on. But today, I really wanted, again, to start off a blank spreadsheet, and let's go ahead and build a quick trial balance from scratch, just for you to get the dynamics behind the tool and see the Velixo formulas in action. So for our trial balance, we're going to need accounts, their names, and balances. So to pull my chart of accounts, I'm going to use, probably see it coming, one of the financial formulas that we did put into a button right here called insert chart of accounts. And insert. Now to pull my account name, I'm going to use another Velixo formula, which is called account name. Okay. And as I'm moving along with this trial balance, you'll notice two things. First thing first, again, as I promised, our formulas are Excel-like formulas. Okay. You'll always have this little window help that pops up, kind of acting as your coach here. So from now, I know that I got to input my connection name, demo. If you remember, I named it demo in my connection manager, and specify my account. Second thing you'll notice is that formulas are pretty straightforward. So pulling the account name, the formula is called account name. Pulling the balance, the formula is going to be called either account beginning balance or account ending balance. And pulling the turnover, as you've seen, is going to be called account turnover, and so on and so on. So it's going to be really hard to go ahead and pick the wrong formula for the type of data you're looking to query. From here, I'll specify a ledger. Let's work with actual and a financial period. and I'll go ahead and complete my trial balance. Now from here again, I'll simply follow my coach's instructions. So my connection name, demo, my ledger, tool, count. I'll skip sub-account, I'll skip branch, and I'll specify my financial period. So yeah, if sub-account and branch are part of the formulas parameter, it means that you can essentially filter based off those parameters. Just to keep the example short, I'm going to stick to the essential, and I'll be sure to highlight a little bit more of a complete example in a few minutes. And there you go. Now, if you need help with any of the formulas, or if you need to access one of these ready-made templates to go ahead and just plug them to your instance, you can always use the little help section to open our knowledge base. As you can see, download report templates or support and documentation. Alternatively, what you can also do is directly from the little window help, click on the hyperlink right here, and it is going to open kind of a little cheat sheet that is available for every single formula, where you're going to be able to find help regarding the syntax, parameters, which one are required, which one are optional. As you can see, for example, here, sub-account and branch are optional parameters. That's why my formula will execute either way. You'll find a detailed explanation per parameter to help you locate it inside of Acumatica, and 2 to 3 examples to help you pick it up a little bit more faster. Now, on the same knowledge base, okay, you're going to find a lot of useful resources. Again, as I mentioned, the templates that you guys can use as a plug and play, okay? A recap of all of the functions available, as I explained, broken down by their specific topics, financial, project, etc., etc. And around here, if you click on the little Sage Intact template register, you're going to find a list of all the templates available, going from financials to specifics, for example, such as inventory management templates. Now, on the same knowledge base, for people who are actually familiar with browsing our knowledge base, you guys probably noticed that this has been revamped a little bit. It went live yesterday, okay? And we now have AI integrated in our knowledge base, okay? We've already gave you guys a quick preview of the AI integrated directly inside of Excel. It is going to be live towards year end. So we won't be showcasing anything of it today. We want to keep it as a surprise, but we've got it live right now on the knowledge base. So let's say you're looking to browse something related to consolidation, okay? You would simply type it on the search bar. It is going to first go ahead and browse all of the formulas available that might be relevant to consolidation, browse any articles related to that, but you can also press the Ask AI button to have a quick resume for what's available essentially on the knowledge base. Now, from here, let's say I want to compare 2 different ledgers. I can simply copy and paste my formulas to the side and change, I don't know, ledgers. Maybe I want to put my actual versus my budget. And I can simply change it in my parameter. And as you can see, my column updates in real time. Now, back to actual. Same thing, of course, applies for my financial period. And let's say from here, I want to know the variance from my financial period to another. I can simply use a simple Excel formula in this case. But the idea is just to highlight that all of the Excel features and functionalities will continue working perfectly fine. And that's actually going to be very solid for scenarios where you're going to require to do some budgeting, forecasting, and stuff like that. Now, back to this standard P&L right here. Again, as I explained in the very beginning, all reports are built in a dynamic fashion, meaning, for example, I can use a drop-down list right here to toggle between my branches. If I pick, for example, on my Western branch specifically, my P&L will update in real time, as you can see. Back to the consolidated view. What I want to show you here is the drill down functionality. So let's say I want to know what is this number made of, the $510,000. I can simply click on the cell and then click on drill down right here up top. And it is going to open this new sheet for me, listing all the transactions involved in that number. Okay. So from here, I already have a solid picture. So I can check the description, account, sub-account, and department, if any. I even have a little bit more in the numbers view right here on the side. Okay. Now, let's say I want to dig further. Okay. Now I can see, for example, in my Excel spreadsheet that this is a travel expense. But by clicking on view transactions, it is now going to open Acumatica for me on that actual transactions page. Let's just give it a few seconds to load. There you go. So on my spreadsheet, I was seeing that that was a travel expense. Now inside of Acumatica, I can see that this was a night at the Hilton. And from here, it's Acumatica. So you guys probably know about it, but you can go and dig even further to pull the actual invoice for this specific transaction, if any. Now I'll just perform drill down on a financial statement. But of course, drill down will work on any type of report. So let's say I'll drill down on a WIP or on a customer complete. Instead of drilling down back to specific transactions, it is going to drill down, for example, to cost goals or to specific tasks, and so on and so on. Now, next piece is the distribution list. So this is a pretty solid feature. It will allow you essentially to distribute your reports internally or externally from a single template. You can simply click on New List, and it is going to populate this exact template for you. So from this template, you're going to have the ability to first choose under which format you want to share your reports, Excel. You can choose to remove the Velixo formulas in case you're sharing with somebody that doesn't have access to Velixo. Or simply tick PDF. File name, you're in here, you're essentially just prompted to name your report. Tab selection. And here you are prompted essentially to select which sheets from this workbook you want to share with this specific contact. If you just leave it empty, it will share the whole workbook. And folder path, if you're using a cloud saving solution, such as SharePoint, OneDrive, whatever it may be, you can simply input the folder path in here, and it is going to save it into that space. And from here, it gets relatively simple. So email, contacts, subject, body, and you're good to go. You can simply click on distribute all right here, and it is going to kick off the distribution process through Outlook using the exact same email address you've used to log into Excel itself. Okay. Now, there's a lot more to this feature. You can have, for example, you can have it automated using Task Scheduling Manager if you're sharing reports on a recurring basis. You can even have those reports update automatically before going out. If any of you is interested in learning a little bit more about it or looking to get the most out of this feature, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to have a quick session with you. Now, next piece is looking at reporting on generic inquiries, or essentially just any other module that lives inside of Acumatica that is not your finance module or project module. Matter of fact, let me run a quick recap. So far, we've covered the installation process, connection process. We've computed a few financial formulas, building this little trial balance on the fly right here. Okay. And yeah, you guys probably noticed, but if I wasn't explaining, I would have probably able to be able to build this trial balance in under 2 minutes. Okay. And the good news is I do not need to build it again. I can simply save it now. And when I need it, I'll come back to it, refresh, and my report gets updated with the most recent data directly from Acumatica. We haven't touched much of the project formulas as they follow the exact dynamical logic. Okay. It's just that instead of querying the finance module, you'll be querying the project module. And now generic inquiry formulas will allow you to kind of do the same with any modules that live inside of your Acumatica instance, meaning APs, ARs, purchases, sales orders, inventory, whatever it may be. Let's do it with AP bills. Matter of fact, let me put it differently. On any of the Acumatica pages where you click and you're able to spot the Velixo button inside of your Acumatica instance, you'll know that you're going to be able to use these GI formulas. And for those of you that don't have these Acumatica button inside of your Acumatica instance yet, it's fairly simple to do so. You'll just need to download and publish Acumatica customization packages. Now, this Velixo button itself is just a shortcut to the formula I'll execute right now, but I'll do it the manual way just for you guys to look at the formula in action. Okay. Always try to go, I'll always appreciate going, not going to call it the hard way, but I always like going and computing the formula. And down the line, if you think it's just easier to press that Velixo button, you can go for it, of course. Now I'll do GI for generic inquiry, and I'll follow my coach's instruction again from here. So my connection name demo and the name of my generic or my inquiry type. Now, there you go. It was lightning fast. It is essentially going to export all of the columns that live inside of this Acumatica page. Not in the exact same order, but all of the columns have been exported to Excel. Now, it kind of looks like you clicked on that export to Excel button. So let me call it same, but very different, okay? So now that you have all of these columns in Excel, you're probably going to go through a little bit of a data cleaning process, okay, to be able to report on this topic. So instead of manually deleting the columns that you do not need this way, which is going to kill the dynamic aspect of your report, what you should be doing is that go back to your formula and edit it. So I'll go to the select spot and say, I only want to keep my vendor column status and currency. And there you go. Again, it was lightning fast, but I don't know if you noticed. It first thing first erased all of the columns and pulled from scratch the 3 columns that are specified in my formula right here. So this is an important piece because this allows you now to save this template and just use it as a ready-made essentially report next time. Now I can filter through this information as well. For example, I have transactions for all of my vendors, transactions under all of statuses, and so on and so on. But rather than using the local Excel filtering techniques, what you should be doing instead is setting up a dynamic filter. So let's say I want to call my transit vendor and transactions under an open status. Okay. So I'll go down here and I'll do GI. You'll notice we have GI filter, GI lookup. Let's compute GI filter. And I'll do again demo, inquiry title, and I'll start specifying my criteria. So I want vendor to be equal to whatever is in this cell right here. And I want status to be equal to whatever is in the cell right here. Now, if I click on my initial formula, you'll probably notice that I left a blank space between the 2 commas right here. Coach says it's the spot to input my filter. All I need to do now is input my filter in the right spot and execute. Now, of course, changing parameters will update your report in real time. Now, this was just an example to kind of drive the concept home. But the idea here is that if you want to build any other type of reports, let's say you wanted to click on inventory, for example, inventory receipts, instead of specifying in my GI formula right here, AP bills and adjustments, I would specify IN receipts. If I wanted to do the same thing, but with my AR module, I would pick on AR invoices and memos, and so on and so on. Now, last piece are the writebacks. So writebacks allow you to push data back from your Excel spreadsheet back to Acumatica. 4 types of writebacks. You can push back journal transactions, budget, project progression, and universal writeback. As I'm currently hovering through the description, you can read that it says create a new universal template. Meaning, this one right here, you can literally just view it as an import tool. Let's start off with the first one. So if I click on it, it will generate a default template that looks like this, that you can of course customize based off your needs. Matter of fact, we're going to run the writeback from this template right here. I know the 2 templates look a bit different, so I'll take a quick 30 seconds to explain. For now, let's forget about the table on the default template. Let's look at the blue boxes only. You have essential parameters to specify for Velixo to assess where it's writing back to. Be it connection, branch, ledger, post period, and so on and so on. Here are the blue boxes. They are just outlined in a different manner. Now, if you look at the table, branch, account, sub-account, some project accounting columns, and debit and credit. Now, in this example, we did not need any of the project accounting columns. So branch, account, sub-account, debit, and credit. Now from here, let's assume everything is good to go with the numbers. I can simply click on perform writeback to push now these journal entries back from Excel to Acumatica. It is going to take only a few seconds, and as soon as it's ready, it will automatically open Acumatica for me. There you go, on the actual journal transactions page. There you go. So now from here, I can double check my entries, check that this is assigned, for example, under the right branch, check my sub-accounts, and so on and so on. If everything looks good, I am good to remove the hold and release to officially post it or to officially save it to Acumatica. Now, budget writeback works with the same dynamics as well as project writeback. Matter of fact, if I click on the budget writeback template, this is what it looks like. It's going to have the little blue box concept. And of course, the table you can customize to budget on literally anything that you want. The idea is that you're going to be able to use the Velixo formulas to pull your historical data directly from the ERP system and set up some what-if scenarios to budget or forecast on your upcoming periods. Perform writeback, and you are now pushing your budgets to this page right here inside of Acumatica. So journal writeback will write back here. Budget writeback will write back here. Project writeback will write back to the project module, and universal writeback, again, as I mentioned, you can literally just view it as an import tool that will allow you to push back to literally any module in Acumatica using import scenarios. So you can do it for bombs, invoices, needs, opportunities, whatever it is. So I'll quickly stop here. I really wanted to keep the presentation short and sweet. Again, there's a lot more to this tool, but I want to keep the floor open for a few questions and have a quick chat with you guys. So I'll stop screen sharing right here, and back to you, Sharon and Bruno.
Cool, thanks. Thanks, Hamza. Yeah, if anyone's got questions, now is your time.
You can feel free to unmute and you can ask questions straight out by voice. You don't need to do text. Any questions from anyone? Like it? Going once? Going twice? No more questions. Okay.
Sorry,
Oh,
sorry,
okay.
I've got
Looks
one.
like,
Apologies.
yeah.
I've got one. Apologies. Never raised
Sure.
my hand. Here I am. Wanted to ask from a volume perspective, have you guys volume tested this and imports into Acumatica? And are there like limits to it? We've seen with other systems where you do Excel, there's typically some blockers that come.
Go ahead. Are you talking about the export part of it or pushing back from Excel to Acumatica?
Pushing back into Acumatica.
Pushing back from Excel to Acumatica, not gonna lie, I didn't receive any feedback with the tool kind of blocking a specific number of transactions. It's probably because people haven't tried to push maybe hundreds of thousands of line to it yet. But I'm pretty sure it will handle it pretty solid. So let me explain actually the whole process behind, the whole export and the whole push and back from Excel to Acumatica. So Velixo uses a smart cache process essentially, which means as soon as you use your credentials to log into the Velixo tool, it will go ahead and fetch all the data it needs from your Acumatica server, puts them locally into your RAM memory on your device. This way, it's able to communicate back and forth with that memory pretty quickly. Meaning, if you export data, it is not exporting it from your Acumatica server, rather it is communicating with your RAM memory. And same thing with the write backs. When you're writing back, it is first thing first, writing back to your RAM memory. And as soon as you log out of the Velixo tool, everything now migrates from your RAM memory back to the Acumatica servers. Does this make sense, Mario?
Yeah, definitely. Makes sense.
I know I did not pick on a specific number, which is probably what you wanted to hear, but I hope this kind of helped drive the idea home.
Sounds good. We'll buy some beefed up machines for our consultants to handle all of it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, let me tell you something. Anything above 8 gigabytes of RAM, which is pretty low in these days, would be more than fine. So anything 16 gigabytes of RAM is actually excellent.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Very nice too.
You're welcome, my friend. Any other
Perfect.
questions? Maybe are we interested in exploring specific topics, or we're good, Bernard?
Sorry, maybe just a question from my end. Any customization or customized fields that we've got in our system, how would Velixo handle that? Is there a specific setup in that, or is it off the bat handled?
It is going to be automatically handled. Let's say, for example, and then please do point it if I'm a little bit offside, meaning if you've customized a specific column, okay, and you want the Velixo tools to kind of recognize it by its name, it will do it, no problem at all. If it's something that is kind of a little bit buried inside of the attributes and so on, you might need to quickly customize Acumatica, meaning creating a new GI page, kind of pulling those attributes out, and that should do the trick.
Okay.
Okay. Again, if it's anything very specific, Jacko, you can feel free to shoot me a quick email, and we can put a quick 30-minute on the calendar to go over it.
Sure, no worries. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Cool. Thanks, everyone. I've got to jump off for 3 o'clock, but thanks, everybody. Don't know if you guys want to stay on with. I think you, Bernard, you and I both got at 3 o'clock.
I've got to jump off as well, but I think, yeah, I just want to thank Christopher and Hamza coming all the way from, you're also in North America, Hamza, so thanks for traveling all the way through Teams to be with us today, and thanks everyone for attending, and we look forward to seeing you guys next month. Thank you all.
Awesome, guys. Cheers.
Cheers for now.